This is the Blue Hug Journal, where we talk honestly about caregiving, dignity, and the moments that matter. Today's piece: what a caregiver-friendly home actually looks like. There is a quote attributed to Maya Angelou that says, "The ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned." That quote reaches into something caregivers understand instinctively, because a caregiver-friendly home is not a medical environment or a safety checklist. It is a space that says to the person living in it, "You still belong here, exactly as you are, and everything in this room is arranged with you in mind." Approaching home that way offers another perspective on what caregiving spaces can actually be. Designing around the person, not the diagnosis. Every caregiving journey is different, and so is every home. What works beautifully for one person may not suit another at all. The starting point is always the individual, their routines, their preferences, the things that matter to them on an ordinary Tuesday, and the question of how the space can support those things rather than replace them. A caregiver-friendly home begins with observation. What does your loved one move toward during the day? What do they reach for, sit near, return to? Where do they feel most comfortable? And where does the space seem to work against them? The answers to those questions are more useful than any renovation checklist, because they are specific to the person you are caring for and the life they are still living. Independence lives in the details. Supporting independence through the home environment is often less about large structural changes and more about thoughtful, well-placed details that reduce friction in daily life. The goal is a space where the person being cared for can do as much as possible on their own terms, with the confidence that the environment around them is working with them. In the bathroom, which is one of the most important rooms in any caregiving home, this might mean a shower chair that allows for unhurried bathing without the physical demand of standing for an extended period. It might mean a handheld shower head that puts control back in the hands of the person using it. Bathing is one of the most intimate parts of the daily life, and when the space supports it with dignity and ease, it preserves something essential about how a person experiences themselves. In the kitchen, independence might look like reorganizing frequently used items so they are reachable without strain. In the bedroom, it might mean adjusting the height of the bed, adding a firm armrest for support when getting up, or ensuring that the things needed most at night are always within easy reach. None of these changes require a contractor or a significant budget. They require attention to how someone actually moves through their day, and a willingness to let that guide the decisions. The feel of the space matters as much as the function. A home that supports independence should also feel like a home. The comfort of familiar surroundings, the presence of personal objects, the way a room is lit and arranged, all of these things contribute to how a person feels within their own space, and how a person feels in their space has a direct relationship to how capable and confident they feel within it. Photographs on the wall, a favorite chair in its usual spot, books within reach, a plant by the window that someone has always tended to. These are not decorative afterthoughts. They are part of what makes a space feel inhabited by a specific person with a specific life, and preserving that feeling is as important as any practical modification. When a caregiver takes the time to think about both the function and the feeling of a space, what results is a home that holds the person living in it with care, a place where they can still be themselves, move through their day with as much ease as possible, and feel the quiet reassurance that the space around them was arranged with love. That is what a caregiver-friendly home actually looks like. Now, 3 questions to ask yourself. First, is there a specific loss within this journey that you have not yet allowed yourself to grieve fully? A version of your loved one or a part of your relationship that has not yet been acknowledged? Second, who in your life understands this particular kind of grief? And if the answer is no one, where might you find that understanding? Third, What would it look like to give yourself permission to grieve without guilt, not as a surrender, but as an honest recognition of what this journey is costing you? Grieving someone while they are still here does not mean you love them less. It means you love them fully, including the parts of them that are changing, and the relationship you are both navigating together in new and unfamiliar ways. That love and that grief can exist at the same time. They usually do. We're here for dignity, independence, and comfort. Share this with someone in the caregiving journey with you. You're not doing this alone. Bathe with us. We're the Blue Hug. The Blue Hug Journal is produced by the Blue Hug in partnership with Brilliant Beam Media.